I'm Jesse Cash from the band ERRA, and that was Elegy by As I Lay Dying from their first record called Frail Words Collapse. And yeah, I remember I was in 8th grade. I think I've been playing guitar for about maybe 6 months or so. And there was a kid who was a couple grades older than me. He was a senior. And me and all my friends thought he was like the coolest. We thought he was like the best guitar player in school. Shout out to Matt Lowry. But he had this Jackson Flying V, which we thought was so sick because we were all obsessed with Randy Rhoads. And every year at the talent show, he would play Crazy Train and Elegy by As I Lay Dying. And I remember he would play the guitar solo of Crazy Train behind his head, which everyone thought was amazing, which in hindsight, him being in high school, it probably sucked, but at the time we were super wowed by all the theatrics. But yeah, he was that was the first time I heard of the song when he played it at the talent show, and I'd already kind of been familiar with As I Lay Dying, but that song was the first time that I really felt challenged by learning a song on guitar. It was very difficult for me and my friends, and we were obsessed with nailing that song. It became like this little like joint project, like we were all working on it at the same time, just like trying to challenge and surpass each other. And yeah, that whole time in my life of playing guitar, I think, was probably the most influential on me, especially with how I write songs now. Because yeah, I just continue throughout my whole career of playing guitar and writing songs to just chase that feeling of being challenged and challenging audiences to learn the things that I write. Because that for me that was just the most exciting kind of song to learn. The kind where you just really had to spend hours on it to get it down. It just felt very rewarding when you would finally feel like you nailed it. Yeah, and then bands in that genre like Killswitch Engage and Under Oath, all those bands, they were very melodic, and it was a nice little refresher, a nice balance to all the aggressive vocals and the aggressive parts. Like, it was so interesting to hear something that intense and chaotic, and yet like it felt beautiful. You have these soaring singing vocals to kind of balance out the screaming verses, and yeah, I mean, 100% was a massive influence on the early days of writing songs that led up to me forming ERRA.